going to go back into the web form, and I want to make a longer text field. I've got another couple of different types of fields to add. This is going to be a long field, and this one is, do you have any additional to allow them to write something longer? Now the text field we've seen is just a short little string of text. If you want something longer, you can put in a text area. And let's go ahead and add in this. When I'm doing this text area, I like to add in a little bit of text, and that will be the default text, and people can write over the top of it. There's no description. Don't need to worry about token. It's not mandatory. People can add it or not. I don't usually put width or height on this, and I do make it resizable so that if somebody's writing a bunch of stuff, they can pull it down and make it bigger or smaller. So once I save this, that becomes part of my form. And what else? A simple yes/no was very much like the top manufacturers. So I'll set one of those up. I'm going to take a look at the Cornerstone report. A simple yes/no would be, how many of us are buying maintenance agreements? So let's do that. And this again is going to be the select options. It's a simple yes/no. And hit the little red X to delete that one. I'm not going to put a no. I'm not going to put a default in there. And in this case, I'm not going to do the list box display. And so it should just be a radio button. It should be one or the other. And save that component. So I see that this is above the comments. You can literally drag and reorder these. Just make sure that you save it after you're done. And now if I go to view my form, the view looks like this. And I have my radio buttons, and I have a much larger area to write in comments. Again, submit button is down at the bottom. Now, one last thing about these is that this is not accessible anywhere from the menu pull down. I've created a page. That page exists, but before you leave this piece of content, you want to copy that somewhere. So generally, you would put this as a link into your membership, or I'm sorry, into your committees page, or somewhere else on the document. You can download it as a resource, make a hot link on the resource, but once you change your page, you've lost that. There is a way to find those. They're not, you can't find them anywhere from the menu system though, but they are here under Find Content. When you go to Find Content, if you needed to edit that or go back and grab that URL to send it in an email, however you wanted to do it, you can use this filter. And by default, when you get here, it's going to have this long list of different content that's been published onto this site. Don't get overwhelmed. Just go to the type here in the filter and change this to a web form. When you hit the filter button, it's only going to show you those things that are the web forms. So there's contact us, there's this standards preliminary feedback we set up for Carlos, and here's the test Cornerstone. Once you pick that, it opens it up, and you can grab the URL. That's the URL that you would send in an email or put in a link, and it should be all ready to go. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to log in as a couple of different people. I'm logged in as a Drupal manager, and I'm going to log in as a user and an editor and fill out this form so that you can see how to continue and get the results. Okay, it's now a little bit later, and I have filled in this form as a couple of different people. So I've logged in as a member, an editor. I was logged in as a Drupal manager, and I have also just simply taken it not logged in. So I took the URL and I just simply pasted it into the URL. So you could literally email this to anybody you wanted to. They don't have to be a member to take this. They just have to know what the URL is. And I feel kind of okay about leaving these open to the public. It makes it accessible by anybody to take these kind of surveys. Just leave it at that. So I can also now look at the table, and the table gives me information on every one of those questions. And I can download this And by picking the download button, I get to choose whether it's tab, comma separated. I find that tab is usually fine, and just simply open that up in Excel, and that's fine. So a couple of different options. I just simply go with the defaults. So that concludes it. I hope that the surveys and the forms, actually better term, the web forms, are useful to USIBD. Again, if you have any questions, my email is daviddriver@gmail.com. So thank you for watching, and hope it works for you.